School. Yes, back to school week continues today as more districts are kicking off the 2025-2026 school year. Today, districts including Forsyth County, Calhoun City Schools, and Gainesville City Schools are all back in class as we speak. This follows Monday's return for students in Atlanta Public Schools, Gwinnett, Cobb, and many other districts. Well, tomorrow it will be time for Bartow, Meriwether, and Clark County Schools, as well as Cartersville City Schools to go back as well. And as students are heading back to class, this means the school buses are also back out on the road. So it's always a good time to remind you to take extra precaution as you're driving around schools and those school buses. 11 Alive traffic reporter Doug Turnbull has some safety tips that can go a long way to protect students on their way to school.
First day of school is a big deal, and a lot of kids, in fact, 1 million or so in the state of Georgia, actually ride the big yellow school bus to school. In fact, AAA says that is one of the safest ways, if not the safest way, to actually get to school. However, unloading off of a school bus is the most dangerous part, and they have some words of wisdom here for drivers in the area of the school bus. High five! School's now back in session at Cobb County, but last week, the youngest students at Chalker Elementary got to take a practice ride on the bus for the first time. Meanwhile, over at Herds Ferry Elementary School in Sandy Springs, AAA and government officials held a Schools Open Drive Carefully event. AAA Director of Public Affairs, Garrett Townsend.
We have a responsibility as motorists on the road, and that's to keep them safe.
Yet many drivers admit to driving poorly around school children.
41% of Georgians admitted to driving over the speed limit through a school zone.
The Governor's Office of Highway Safety estimates Georgians run through bus stop signs 9,000 times per day. And Townsend said 28% of Peach State drivers also admitted to using a mobile device in these areas, though actual numbers are likely higher. Georgia State Patrol Lieutenant Christopher Carlisle urges drivers to slow down in school zones to improve chances of a child's survival if hit.
A child struck by a vehicle at 35 miles per hour is 4 times more likely to die than a child struck by a vehicle at 25 miles per hour. When a school bus slows down or stops, don't just watch the bus. Watch the area around the bus.
And Townsend implores people to limit not just mobile distractions, but
other passengers in the vehicle, perhaps talking or doing other things, that can be a distraction.
So we've heard from the state and the county that they're doing their part to help keep these buses safe and to keep students safe. Drivers, it's time to stop at a loading bus and do your job. Reporting from Herds Ferry Elementary in Sandy Springs, Doug Turnbull, 11 Alive News.